Master Welch here with another video. This one's a little different. I'm big into gaming, and sometimes I get into little offshoots of gaming itself, be it statues, vinyls, posters, things of that nature. And this is one that I got into just on a whim because I have seen them posted and always kind of thought in the back of my mind I'd pick these up. And they've been out for at least a year. Yeah, I'll get into it right now. So the first item I picked up is these Jakks Pacific Sega themed characters, in which I don't know why I did it. I just thought they were cool, and it's really the only iterations of Sega's creations put into a physical form. Other than a couple other have some statues made that are, $400 or $500. Hard to get to. I mean, there's always a pre-order on them. You don't really see much on them after that. So I'm sure people get them fulfilled, but then you just don't see anything more about them. And I'm not sure if the quality that you're receiving is going to be worth that kind of money. It might be just all about paying that licensing fee. But these Jakks Pacific ones, or Jakks Pacific statues, are fairly affordable, and very affordable. And they are still available in some places. Some are getting harder to find, in which I'll get into that. This character right here from Super Monkey Ball, II, or AA, however you say it. He's very easy to find, very cheap. I've seen people do unboxings of these, and it's kind of cool that they put together a statue with the actual ball. The ball is the kicker. He lives inside that thing basically for the games. And so there's the first statue. Second is Gillis Thunderhead from Golden Axe. And definitely one of the most iconic characters, and one of my favorites that they have produced. I know that they came out with a statue, somebody else did, of Gillis somewhere, but like I said, the price just did not seem feasible for my interest. I'm a fan, but I'm not also the type of guy who wants to fill up a cabinet full of toys. I don't mind a few statues here and there, but yeah, I mean, this is probably about the best bargain you're going to get for a Gillis Thunderhead statue. I will say right off the bat, the axe looks a little cheap, but the detail on the face is pretty good. And it's Golden Axe. I mean, it's really awesome that they included a screenshot on the back as well. And as for the rest of the series, I don't know. I have not seen any other Golden Axe statues of this Jakks Pacific series released, so I don't know if they're going to be doing more, which is kind of a disappointment. I don't know why you would start such a project not to finish it. But Streets of Rage, we got Rue, in which why they chose Rue right off the bat makes no sense to me, because Rue was kind of a unlockable extra character. And personally, I never played as Rue. My brother did. He thought he was a cool character. I personally thought Rue was kind of corny, to be honest, but definitely interesting. I mean, it definitely has that Sega wildness going on. If you're going to make a boxing kangaroo, that is ready to unleash. Next, we got Altered Beast, the Weird Dragon. This is definitely one of my favorites from the Altered Beast game. I would love to see the tiger striped tiger. They have not done the tiger striped tiger, or even at that, the golden wolf. It's like, why wouldn't, the golden wolf is like the ultimate form to be. And yeah, so, but this is really cool. I like the flame they got there. It's nice and opaque. But yes, they show the transformation image. And this one was actually a little harder to find. I don't know if it's getting to be that there just isn't as many in stock. Next, we got Joe Musashi with Shinobi, in which, he can pretty much be a standalone in a series. There's not other tied characters to him so much. One of my definite favorites out of these. I got this kind of wanting to compare to the upcoming Shinobi game that they did last fall, and I ordered it from Limited Run that spring. You had to order it well in advance, and it has Shinobi on his surfboard, so I'm really hoping to see the product quality of that. I don't know, after seeing the fallout from the Sonic X or Shadow and Sonic Generations statue having a lot of defects on it, in which I have not received mine. Mine was actually not canceled, but they sent an email saying it hadn't been shipped, and I'm sure that had to do with Q&A reproduction. So hopefully when that gets released, I'll get a nice Sonic Shadow. But yeah, we got Joe Musashi here. Can't beat it. And then next we have Axel, Streets of Rage. I mean, you look at the depictions of Axel in drawings, and I can't really say his face 100% lines that up with me to feel like that's Axel, but it sure looks like him. The articulation looks good, better than old G.I. Joe's. The face just looks a little off, but it's still cool. He's got the sneakers. I mean, you can see his sneakers, and he's got the, bare knuckle. And I don't know, it's still cool. Still a cool statue. I'm still amazed that they even did this. I know that Jakks Pacific really invests into the Sonic line, but to see these side offshoot series coming out was really exciting. And I just hope that they come out with more, because it seemed like they have stopped talking about these, and I'm not quite sure why. Here's the next one, Altered Beast, the werewolf. Comes with the orb to transform into the werewolf. Pretty cool. This, what was the other one that was hard to get? I want to say it was actually Rue. I think Rue was the other one that was hard to get. I got these mostly at Target and Walmart online. They were no longer in stores. I went and looked in the stores around my area, and they weren't in stock, but you could order them online. And I think it was, no, I got a couple off Amazon as well. And a couple of them were like $9. So if you go and look, you still might be able to find these. But a couple were discounted, but some were higher than others too. Like even online, like some of the, I believe it was like the Gillis Thunderhead. He was a little more expensive. He was all over the place, like from the regular price of the statue down to like $5 if you shop through eBay as well. And I found mine through eBay, and with shipping, it ended up being like $10. But regardless, these are pretty interesting statues. I'm really hoping to see more come out of it, like a second series, if you'd call it that, or just a continuation, and they're just being silent about it. But yeah, I mean, these guys are or I feel worth the money. Will I open these? I hope I can tell myself, open them, because part of me says leave them boxed because they're interesting and just hang them on the wall. Who knows what I'll do. But yeah, I mean, you'll never probably see anything like this ever again if they stopped producing them. That's just the facts. Sega still has the release of some games coming out that they hyped a couple years ago that I'm still waiting on. Let Me Introduce You is how it started off, and they showed Streets of Rage and Golden Axe in there and Shinobi, which Shinobi got released. Nothing on Super Monkey Ball, but I have picked up the Super Monkey Ball releases a couple years ago. They did another Super Monkey Ball game. Altered Beast. I mean, I feel like they should bring Altered Beast back. I thought that was a really cool game. I actually just played it the other day with some Game Genie codes in there just for the heck of it. So I thought that was a lot of fun just playing through it, just to see take the graphics in, because you're not worrying about, taking damage and dying or falling off a cliff somewhere in the cave or whatnot, but just playing through casually and taking in all the scenery. But yeah, this is the Jakks Pacific Sega release line, and hopefully they come up with another series line of it and they come out. I'd really like to see that. But anyways, this is Master Welch, and I will see you in the next one.